What's going on? This is K Kurd.
Marcus Bronzy, what's
and this
happening?
Just ain't got a clue.
What's happening?
We are here in your ear holes for another week. If you want more bonus content, you know where to go. Patreon.com /
Ain't got a clue.
Lovely stuff. How are you, Marcus?
I'm all right, man. I've got to say, a few people have been hitting us up saying they've come to the Patreon just to see the live show, which is good because the live show's live, man. I really like it.
It's amazing. By the way, while we're recording this, it's Marcus's born day, birthday, Earth Day, whatever people say. So, happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday to ya, to ya. How old are you now?
And then I go, I'm 40 years old.
He's not 40.
I'm 40 years old.
He's rounding up, but he's not 40.
It's not too far, bruv. You know what? But I like it. I am listen, part of one side of my culture, actually, but to be fair, both sides of my family do this. They celebrate age. Like, we don't hide from age. I feel like our generation, we're doing everything we can to avoid the inevitable. Now, I'm fine with looking after oneself, treating your body like a temple, filling yourself with the right foods and the right fluids, yeah? But we're going to get old, yeah? And I'm very comfortable with it. That's why I don't mind. I'm not rounding up to 40 to be dramatic, Kay. I'll be honest with you. I'm just like, I'm ready to be like,
a lot can happen in a couple of years.
Of course. Of course.
That's what I'm saying. So like, just settle down, innit? Like,
I feel like it's safer mentally for me to be like, let me act over my age than under my age, because I feel like it can get very embarrassing very quickly when you have an older person trying to do young things.
Yeah.
Unironically. Like, if I throw down the word Riz, I'm doing it to be ironic, innit? I'm not ever trying to Riz, yeah?
I saw
it's not
someone
something
say
that I want to be associated with me. Do you know what I mean?
And they were older than you.
There we go. So you know what, Kay? I'm embracing it. I love it. Thank you. Kay's given me a very nice birthday present. Something that's very close and personal to me. Right? He's the nerd in me.
I got him a framed picture of me.
There we go. Yeah. A framed picture of himself
I'm
with his tour dates for 2025
Absolutely.
and 6 as well.
It's got kcode.com and a QR code on there.
That's amazing.
So you can just promote it at his house.
Yeah. And I have got your gift on the way. I'm currently having an argument with customer service about it as well, because it was meant to be here now for your birthday. I thought, let me exchange with you, but yeah, apparently it's not. So I'm in the throes of a little customer service experience.
You don't need to get me anything.
It's already done.
I saw that.
Well, it better come now.
Yeah, I saw that and I was like,
nice. Thank you.
Basically, it's a Star Trek. Was it original film cell or whatever it is?
Original 35 film cell from, I think it's from the second season of Star Trek, the TOS, the original
Those were the
series.
runs you like, though, isn't it?
Yeah, man. It's got Kirk. It's got
Oh, bad man. Yeah, I saw that and I was like, oh yeah, that's handy.
Yeah, man. I was with another Star Trek enthusiast yesterday, Ori Styler, friend of the show, and we were talking about Star Trek for so long that other people in the room started to get uncomfortable. Like, we were nerding out to the max. Like, it started off with like simple stuff that you get, like so Captain Kirk or Star Trek: The Next Generation or whatever. And then me and him were like, like in season 4, like the episode, and then this ties back to like when
seeing two black men discuss Star Trek made people uncomfortable. Do you know how mad that is?
No, I just think it's the level of nerdery. Don't take it right. I just think it's like the level of nerdery.
You brought the Klingons here. That's mad.
I wasn't like, that's funny though. But it was like the level of nerdery went from like, this is cute.
Did you communicate in Klingon?
We could have been saying like, yeah.
I don't know if that's Klingon, but
that's no,
click on.
That's Klingon is more like why am I not remembering any Kapla? That's like that's like an exulsion like that. That's like Kapla means like yeah. Like, yeah, man.
Listen, I love how much you're into it,
but it's not for you.
But it's just not one of those things that I'm going to get into now, innit? It's just,
of course not. So imagine how you feel now, and then having to be in the room with me and Ori Styler for 10 minutes while we're continuing the conversation.
I'll put my AirPods in and then go and just get into my phone.
But we're in a professional environment where people kind of had to pay attention to what we're doing and saying. So I could slowly see people's eyes glazing over as I got more and more excited about the conversation, and I was kind of like, we were both like, let's get back in the room right now.
Yeah,
because it kind of went from like, these guys are like,
yeah. So Kendrick and.
But yeah, man, he asked me to say hello though as well, man.
Oh no, lovely, love Ori.
Good man.
But yeah, no. So, is there any advice you have for anybody younger than yourself? You know, when like people do those threads. Today I'm 42 and this is what I've earned. Blah blah blah.
Yeah, man. Don't look at your phone as much. Cut your phone consumption in half.
That's already hard.
There you go. Let's try hard, innit?
Hard.
Also, I would say start. Whoa. yeah. Throw as many innuendos as you can into sentences and watch people squirm, because I think eventually you will not be able to squeeze it in. Yeah. Like thumb it in even, to any conversation.
Ram it
right?
home.
Yeah, get it right in there, man. And, don't let any other conversational lubrication go in. Just go in dry with your innuendos. Load them up, stack them up. You get me? If you can get 3 or 4 in at the same time, who knows, bruv? Make the conversation airtight with innuendo. Because I feel at some point in the future, I don't think it's going to be cool to have any no Diddy, no why, whatever. I think it's all going to be out the window. Anyway.
Any proper advice?
Real proper advice. Look at your phone half as much. Drink twice as much water and put a little sprinkle of salt on it sometimes as well to keep those electrolytes flowing.
I've got something for you.
What have you got in your pocket now? Seasoning? What's this?
New tonic. I got some new tonic focus packages. I was actually talking to, because James Smith, he sends them and whatnot, but he never sent these ones. He usually sends me the tablets and stuff, and the drink. But I brought a couple today because I was like, let's actually have them while we.
Yeah, I can get us some. Do you want some do you want some chilled water?
It's all right. We'll have it during the break and we'll see what we're like for the bonus episode.
So what does it do? It
just no caffeine,
cognitive function, mental performance, fatigue reduction, wild berry, zero sugar, active ingredient, Colombian marching powder.
I was like, where did it say that?
Colombia's finest. I would say drink more water, exercise a little bit every single day, and look at your phone half as much. So double your water intake, half your phone outtake.
I would go further.
But I would say ice bath for your face with sparkling water regularly. Use a banana peel on your face for skin.
And twerk for some reason in the balcony of your apartment complex as well. That's a massive one. That guy.
We have seen some of the best ever.
But
cut through.
Do you know what the maddest part about this? If you don't know what we're talking about, that day in the life of that guy Ashton Hall went fucking viral.
Yeah.
And I hate when something gets to the brands and then the brands start doing it and they're like, it's over now, please stop doing it. So McDonald's tried to do a post and then a couple of TV shows, Piers Morgan basically on his TV show he dumped his face in ice water.
Was it sparkling?
I don't know what it was, but anyway, when a joke goes too far, you're like, okay, let's finish now, right? But do you know what's startling? You know when he addressed the morning routine? This guy actually believed, he's not being ironic when he does this morning routine.
I know 100% it's made up, bruv. You believe that that's real?
Did you see his video afterwards?
Yeah, but Kay, I saw the edit where he jumped into the pool and the time went forward by 5 minutes. So I know he couldn't fly in the air for 5 minutes.
Bro, this guy is delusional.
Is he convinced?
Bro, he was like, he done a whole long video going, I see because he done another day in the life where he's looking at the memes and stuff of him. But then he done another video where he's adjusting things camera. He's like, I see a lot of people copying my day in the life and whatever, blah, blah, blah. And at first I was annoyed, but I realized that, even Jesus had followers. Sorry. Sorry, sir. just to pull you up on that one really, really quickly. We're taking the piss. We're not following it because we actually give a shit about your day in the life.
I thought he was actually playing. I thought he was winding us. I thought he was playing the game of let me go take it to the edge of surreal and actually have people believe that this is what I really do.
He's fully serious.
Do you know what's weird, right? I got sent I'm going to say it because I don't think I get the role.
We said this as well, by the way, sorry.
Yeah.
When we said a few weeks ago, we were like, no more day in the lives. No more day in the lives.
Whose day in the life did we see in the UK that was absolutely... Bruv, we've actually seen a visual... It's not the same as, but you can tell that they think Greg Wallace and him, they believe that this is a normal day in the life.
Yeah, but he's fully fucking serious about it. And he was just like, yeah, I see a lot of people cut... No, they're not copying, they're parodying. There's a difference, bro.
Before I say what I'm going to say, actually, what was funny is Piers trying to get onto it 2 days late. Isn't it hilarious, right? That when I saw the original meme, it dropped in was it in the evening?
Dropped in February.
Yeah, but when it started getting really hot was recently. Was it But by the time I'd seen a couple of people address it, in my little social media rundown, when you check what's going on, immediately as soon as I saw the original, the people taking a mick out of it were getting onto it like hours afterwards. So like when big companies try and get onto these trends,
hey there, fellow young people.
you need someone in there that's doing stuff on a Monday.
That's another thing about acting your age, right? You see, when you see all these internet memes and stuff, when you start doing it to the, like, if I'm one of those TV producers and like, what we found is this little trend online, I'd be like, we ain't doing that.
Yeah.
We ain't doing that. I'm not dipping my face in ice water because it'll be like, maybe a little nod to it, be like, haha, here's some, or like, give me that sparkling water to drink or whatever. I'm not doing that whole nonsense, bro.
No.
That's another thing, yeah. Not every trend is for you, innit?
Yeah. I would say most trends are not for you.
Not everything is for you.
Yeah.
Here's something recently. That Playboi Carti album came out, right? I pressed play. About a minute in, I was like, all right. I'm officially an uncle. This is not music for me. And young people were banging on about it like, this is the best album ever. This guy's the greatest. And I was like, fair enough for you. That's you lots. That's the way
to manage it, Kay.
Get out of the club.
Yeah.
A lot of old guys get out of the club. You get to a certain age, you just need to honestly, like, just act your age.
That's what I'm. And you know what, Kay?
Go to a jiu-jitsu club.
To go back to the point, I might be, To get back to that point, bruv. That's the thing. I don't want to be on the wrong side of that conversation. I want to be like me, and let's not be in the clubs.
100%.
If I'm not working, I'm not trying to be clubbing.
100%. And I don't want to be anywhere where 20-year-olds are now. I've kind of
time.
I don't want to be. I think if I'm in a room and it's like, oh, I'm 25, I'm like, all right, well, let's get out of this room. It's not for me.
The conversation, like,
unless they're a comedian, and even then, I'm like, I really shouldn't be here.
I hear that. But what's funny is about Aaron Hall, right? Is I got sent a casting. Ashton Hall, sorry.
Don't matter. It's fucking you.
Whatever.
Why is he that hench as well, bro?
He's in phenomenal shape. I'll give him that. Yeah, but I got sent a casting, and they sent a video of him and asked me to do some activities that he was doing in the video. Days before that blew up as well. Last week, crazy. I was like, why have I seen his face? But someone sent a casting for me, and I was like, this video is sometimes, if you don't know about castings, it's not just saying stuff to a camera. They will ask you to say progressively funkier stuff as time goes on. I've had some stuff come through when I'm like, you want me to do what for the camera for this role that I may or may not get? They sent a video of him running where like someone was tracking him and were like, we need you to do something like this, and I was like, right, boy.
First of all, my figure does not look like the figure.
He had no top on and just shorts and was running. I was like, for starters, I'm wearing a hoodie to do this. Yeah. And I'm running towards a static camera. I'm not getting someone to chase me, hanging out the back of or hang out the back of a car, trying to film me.
Wherever that is, it feels like somewhere I saw on GTA ages ago, where like there was like the sewers and stuff near it. Anyway, that is wild, because if they got me to do, that's one of those self-tapes, I'll just be like, yeah, this isn't for me.
Yeah.
To run and get naked while I just copy him.
I just ran towards a static camera and ran back.
I'll be like, there will be significantly a significant amount of flab.
Yeah.
That's going to be running around, especially if you put this video in slow motion. Nobody really needs to see that, bro. Yeah. Nobody really needs to see that. By the way, can I just give you a quick jiu-jitsu update?
We will get that, yeah. Your quick gi update, yeah. But and I think I know what it is, and if it is, I'm proud of you. But what's funny is you told me that he thinks this is real life. The bit where he just goes, yeah, man, just 10,000.
I'm thinking about it, bro. We can get at least 10,000.
10,000 what?
Nobody does that. We've told you before, anybody selling you courses is not rich.
But 10,000 what though?
I don't know,
and
bro.
It was 15 minutes.
And then the next video he goes, well, last time we got 10, we could go up for at least 20. This guy's fucking, bro. I hate the internet. You know when people go to me, oh yeah, like, why'd you say bring back gatekeepers? This is why, bro. Why is he famous? Fuck it. It was funny, and now the guy thinks, yo, I'm the guy. Anyway, I'll give you a quick jiu-jitsu update. So, I've been going regularly, right? I've been going regularly, and then the other day they had two professors from another gym that had come over just to just for fun, right? So we're going through all the techniques and whatever for that particular class, and then my professor pairs me up with one of the professors to spar. Marcus, I have got to a stage in my life now where I don't pick fights and stuff with anybody, but what doing martial arts has taught me is, never judge a book by its cover. 100%, like, just run.
What happened, bro?
Marcus, just run.
What happened, bro?
So first of all, while we were doing the techniques, at one point I was with this new professor this professor that had come to visit. This guy must have been in his late 40s or 50s. And then when
a couple years older than me, God.
Late 40s. So like, I would say he's about 10 years older than you, 10, 15 years older than you. Anyway, bro. So I'm holding the guy, right? And then this is what we were doing the techniques. We're just practicing. And then he's just like, he felt my tricep and he was like, how'd you get that muscle over there? I was like, I don't know, just training. He's like, okay. All right. So from now I'm worried, innit? And he never said it in that accent. He had a Brazilian accent. Bro, gets to sparring. Start off on your knees. Bro, this guy comes charging at me with his head. I didn't know you could use your head in jiu-jitsu, bro. He comes charging at me with his head. The only thing I can really describe it is, you know when like you see mountain goats with the horns charge at someone? Bro, it felt like that, right? And he's charging at me with his head like on my like cheek. And I'm thinking, is bro joking around? Bro, it's hurting now, like at this point. So then I drop onto the floor or whatever. Anyway, we're sparring. At one point, this guy taps me. So up 6 minutes, he taps me about 4 or 5 times, right? In about 6 minutes, right? But at one point, he has.
Is that good? Is that
bro? I'm fucking dying here, bro. Yeah. Like if it was a real fight, I'd have been ended in no time. But
sorry, back to you getting tapped 6 times.
Bro. He at one point, his ass is on my head, bro. Like, I'm just there, like, trying to get him off and shit, And he's, like, fighting and whatnot. And he's, like, trying to get... And then, another point, he choked me, bro, to the point where that evening, I couldn't swallow properly, bro. I was like...
For real?
Bro, I couldn't swallow properly. Anyway, this is the icing on the cake, bro. Tapped me out like 4 or 5 times. Buzzer goes and he goes, strong boy.
Oh,
strong boy.
No.
I was like, brother. In my head, I was like, brother, don't do that. Do you know?
So he's beat you up basically. He's gone, you're actually quite.
No, he's like, you play rugby.
Yeah, you're quite good.
He's like, brother, you play rugby. I was like, no. He's like, strong boy.
Yeah, man. That's the worst things.
I was like, brother, let me be a pussyhole in peace, innit? Like,
let me. Don't try and give me something to take home. Where I'm like, actually, he said I was strong. He said he said I was strong. So if it's someone else, it could have been 7 or 8 times. that's what he tried to give you a nugget of. That would upset me.
Just a crumb of...
That would upset me.
Yeah. But bro, I got vexed, bro.
Yeah.
But you're there like, I had to say thank you. Thank you, Professor. Thank you, Professor.
Very humbling.
Thank you, Professor, for choking me out to the point where I couldn't swallow properly till Sunday. Like, bro...
You made me have to try. basically.
But that's basically what you're saying.
You have to try a little bit,
No, because he was breathing heavily afterwards. He was breathing heavily. So, because I was putting up a fight, but my fight was based on strength and no technique. So I'm like, so you know when someone's doing... Bro, I went home and I watched a ton of videos. I was there on YouTube. How to get good at
in my head, for some reason you're at home and your gi is back on. The gi, like you've got the gi on and you've tied it. You're like, right.
I would have, but it was in the wash. But like,
you're like, I'm washing that arse cheek right out of my gi immediately,
bro. I was like, this is mental, bro.
You wanted to wash away that session. You're like, I can't.
It was ridiculous, and this is what I was looking at. I was like, if I saw this man in the middle of the road, or if I was in say for example, like you've had a bad day and someone's flipped you off or whatever, like, I don't know, like he's pushed in line, hey bruv, don't do that. Listen, the moment you say don't do that and the guy just grabs your collar and like flings you on the floor, and now his ass is on your head in the middle of flipping Costa Coffee or whatever. It is long.
And then afterwards, you know, like after that altercation, for some reason I feel like whoever's on the floor getting like held down, if police come, they're going to arrest them first. And then as you get taken away or whatever by police separately, he goes, strong boy.
Strong boy. Bro, that strong boy, yeah. You see, I get flashbacks of that. Like, whenever anybody says I'm strong now, I'm just like, it don't matter.
Strength. Well, I feel like it does matter, but it doesn't. I get it.
Here's what I've learned in my old age now, right?
In your old age? So you're allowed to call yourself old. Okay, cool.
No, because you're saying we're old, right? So,
bro, you know what? I think you're I'm going to call you old.
I'm going to turn 35. I'm going to turn 35.
I think you're still on the cusp, man.
So anyway,
you're like a mild, mature cheddar.
So anyway, I don't feel 35, by the way. I don't know what 35 feels like. There's days where I feel 35 and there's days I don't.
Yeah.
But I'm going to turn 35. And here's what I've learned, right? Shut the fuck up. There's gonna, especially as a man, just shut the fuck up. There is going to be a lot of times where you're going to want to say something. Actually, shut the fuck up, right? Nobody wants to hear your story. Nobody wants to hear this added input or whatever. Just shut the fuck up. Secondly, stay active, but don't worry about getting hench. Don't worry about getting hench. Pick up yoga as soon as possible. Pick up Pilates or whatever, and some sort of combat sport, I would say. Those things would get you much healthier than you just going, yo, I'm going to deadlift 400 kg or whatever. Just don't do that.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
Yeah.
But genuinely, did you watch Adolescence? Have you watched Adolescence yet?
Still not watched it. I do need to spend time watching it.
All right.
Do you know what? I don't mind spoilers. Go for it.
Because I just want to. It's getting blown out of proportion now.
Why,
bro? They're discussing it in Parliament. They're trying to show the film to kids. The series to kids to try and discuss masculinity and stuff. And it's like, bro, why are we showing this to kids?
I'll be honest, Kay, because I don't think it's the solution. I haven't watched it yet, so I can't make judgment on it. But bro, I think, and this is, I'm not saying, Kay and I, listen, we both say that we are pieces of S, yeah? Just saying that, yeah? Yeah. But we are way more comfortable with what the idea of masculinity is than others. Like, we will say things like, I said stuff in last week's episode, very silly stuff, but we know we're joking. But I realise that there's a lot of guys that are really insecure or don't know what masculinity is and have a skewed idea of it. And I think as somebody 100%. That isn't like that, all the time.
Yeah, but my point.
I think it's hard. Yeah. It's hard for us to see.
My point is this, Marcus. Yeah. You're giving us a show. This show was designed to be thought-provoking for parents.
Yeah. Was it? Okay.
Yeah, that's what it was designed for. It was designed to get parents having a light bulb in their head going, oh my God, why are you showing the kids? The kids already know this shit's going on, right? What part of it is that really annoys me is a lot of parenting these days, and a lot of people from our generation that are parents or a little bit older, there's a lack of accountability for like their parenting skills. They're like, oh, I don't know, my child's just glued to their iPad.
I do hate that saying, right? Oh, they're a little like they're a tearaway or they're a little whatever. I'm like, I'll be honest, like you are quite in control of what your children have. I'm not saying, because there's always someone that comes with an excuse like, oh, well, my kid cannot have this or do whatever, but I literally had a conversation the other day where you can have, with anyone this works. Like if I said to you, Kay, right, for example, you're not a kid, but if I say, Kay, do you want to go Greek or Turkish after this recording for a bit of lunch, yeah?
Yeah.
You're going to pick Greek or Turkish.
Yeah.
If I say, do you want to go to this burger joint or do you want to go to this fried chicken joint? You've got two choices now. You've got one scenario where you've got two choices of a relatively healthier option or two choices of a relatively unhealthy option. You can do that with young people. You know, you can do that with young people. So this Saturday, for our activities, are we going to go, do you want to go jogging? If you want to do running or cross-country running? Or do you want to go, do you want to do a BJJ class? Yeah. Instead of, do you want to play computer games or do you want to go outside? Like, because I'll be honest, if you give a child the option, Cat Williams said this way back in the day, kids are supposed to like Skittles. They're supposed to like sweets. They're supposed to like computer games. Those things are created literally for them, packed full of sugar, like TVs is like really addictive. It's meant to be the case, but you can. I'm never telling people to control anyone around them, but you can like shift decisions in a certain
100%.
direction.
I agree with everything you said, and there was one part in adolescence, right, where I was like, people are like, the parents weren't to blame, and you're like, bro, the kid. Hold on, the kid is 13, and you've let him out after 8:30.
Wow, does that happen?
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, the kids are out after 8:30. The girl gets stabbed at like 10:30 in the evening, and he's allowed out after 8:30. I'm sorry,
I wasn't allowed out that late.
Bro, when I was 13, if I wasn't home by 4 o'clock, my parents were sending out a search party.
I used to get rinsed by the other people for getting called in early, you know.
Same here.
And I'll be honest, a lot of wrong-uns. We're going to do the maths. Yeah. Naming no names. As I'm like, out of you lot, let's take the mic. A lot of wrong-uns.
Absolutely. I used to get cussed for it. Like, so when people go, oh yeah, but the parents were sweet people. I don't care how sweet they are, bro. But like, if you have a 13-year-old child and that child is out gallivanting the streets, I'm sorry, but at 13, you have no business being outside after school, unless like I can see you and you're playing or whatever, or you're at an after school club in this country. I'm sorry, there's no excuse for it. What do you mean? Like, I'm just going out with my mates and we're going to cinema. Not on a weekday, bro. What, on a school day? No way. So cinema on a school day, unless I'm taking you, you're not going, bro.
I hear that, man. It's look, I'm saying it's a tricky one, not because I disagree with you, because I fully agree with you, but it's a tricky one because I haven't seen the show, so I want to be very careful about what I'm saying. But like, it is a hard thing to say whatever happens with someone who's close to you in your family, you take responsibility of that, whether it's pride or whether it's the other way. But you kind of have to, in the same way as a person, you have to take responsibility of your failures and of what you do well. So, and you're right, there is a massive shift. I know a lot of teachers, in fact, I spoke to same conversation I had about choices. What I just said was with a teacher who works with kids that are, let's say, going in the wrong direction. That's all I'm allowed to say. Otherwise, it gets a bit bait and whatever. But
little shits. What he means is little shits. He's working with a ton of little shits.
But they're getting older and older. So we're talking about teenagers now. So it's that really dangerous area where if they don't turn what they're thinking themselves, it's going to get really bad. And he's saying that there's a lot more. Again, not all people. There's a lot more
Sent
parents.
to Dagestan for 3 years.
Yo, listen. For me, it was holiday to Nigeria. Listen, but yeah, there's a lot of parents that will come in, drop their kids off, right? Or the kids will come in, and if anything goes wrong in terms of the kid is in trouble or whatever, it's the school's fault. They will take no responsibility. So there's a kid that got expelled, and to get reintegrated into the school, parents have to come in. Most schools do that. At least have a chat with the parent, a meeting. And the parent was like, there's nothing I can do, so I ain't going to bother. So, and that's a very extreme...
But it's what I'm saying, man, there's such a lack of accountability.
Everyone, yeah. Because I know
like
why we say this, so a lot of people get offended if you say it because you think they're talking to them. Not all parents, just this is extremes that we're talking about.
That's Marcus saying that. I will say... I'm saying there's a lot of you fucking shit parents out there that need to get your kids under control. And they're like, I just don't know what they're doing. Listen, limit iPad time. You're being lazy. Look, you know, bro, I am under no illusion being a parent is hard.
Of course.
I'm under no illusion, right?
Harder than ever.
100%. So, but you telling me like, oh yeah, it's just when it's just so hard. You just give them the iPad and like, sorry, no.
Do you know what? It is hard if you feel like you're the only person who's being strict, but believe me, you are saving. There is a reason that having access to all information is amazing but extremely dangerous. Yeah, and I think that's why when a kid is 5 years old, you don't really explain to them the depths of war crimes and VAT and tax and recession. You just don't. You protect them from that. And as you get older, you learn more and more about the world. Internet has got everything on at once. So to give a child unfettered access to the internet, let's get rid of the nefarious stuff, the dangerous stuff, the porn. Let's get rid of all of that, because that's the obvious stuff. But to have access to all information is too much. It's too much for adults, bro.
Yeah, 100%. And I'll be so real, yeah? You see, when I have kids, this is the rule I'm going to have. You see, when you first got a computer, where was the computer in your house?
It's in the living room, bro.
There you go, bro.
It's in the living room.
There you go. You want to be on? You want to use your iPad?
Screen facing the couch, So whoever's sitting on the couch can sit.
You can be on your iPad.
Yeah.
Just have to be near me when you're here.
That's cool. But if you make that the norm, it's not a problem. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like iPad time, or all right, cool. So do you want to do your half an hour of iPad time
now?
Today or tomorrow, for example?
Yeah.
So now you've said half an hour. Like I know this, and I know it's not always the same. It's not always easy. There's different environments. I know because people will go like, oh, but what about this and that, whatever. But I'm just saying, like, you know, it's very easy to just plonk.
I'm going to be that parent where it's like, I've got you something. It's touch screen. They'll be like, oh my god, they've got me an iPad. It's a Kindle. There you go. Yeah, you can put all your books in there.
Yeah, well, there you go. That is an amazing gift. That's an amazing gift.
Listen, but I know people are going to ask me, "Kay, you don't have a son yet, or you don't have kids yet. You don't know how." Bro, you think I'm going to let my kids just willy nilly be on their iPads in their bedrooms? You have another thing coming, bro.
Yeah.
What you have Snapchat? Yeah. I need to see, because I've seen it with my cousins' kids. They've had their iPads and they're on Snapchat, but they're in the room with them.
Yeah.
So they can see who they're talking to. They were like, and I've seen them go, "Who's that?" And they're like, "All right, fine."
Yeah.
Because when people are talking to random, there's no, bro. Let me tell you, you're not leaving the house at 8:30 p.m. I'm not leaving the house at 8:30 p.m. unless I've got work. Why are you leaving the house?
That's a good point. I was thinking, when do I leave the house? But yeah, so yeah, it's a tricky one because whenever you have this conversation, if you don't see eye to eye, like I even had this conversation yesterday about phones, and I was discussing it's a very touchy subject for people. When's the right time to give a child a phone, right? Because I came up in a generation where I did everything that kids do, like go out and stuff, like play out with no phone. So there was trust. You had to be home when you said you're home. And if I wasn't home at the right time, my mum would come to the bottom of the road, or my dad would come to the bottom of the road where they knew I was playing, because I played like one road over. And if they didn't see me there playing, bruv, trouble, innit?
Do you know what's so funny? I remember going back home going, "What time is it?" And they'll be like, "Whatever." And then I'll go back, I'll be like,
there you
"Cool."
go. Yeah.
Because you didn't have a watch on you.
No watch on you. Yeah. So
you just had to wait for the sun to go down, and you were like,
Home Before Dark's another one I've heard people, and I get that because it's about safety and stuff like that. Yeah. Or like, so if it's like winter months,
summer, that was mad, innit? Yeah, summer holidays were fucking.
You had years outside. We could play football for like 7 hours.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it's like, I was having a conversation about when a kid should have a mobile phone. I think a kid can have a phone, but why not like you don't have to give them an iPhone 16 Pro. You'd have to give them the new Android phone when it's their first phone. Give them a brick. Yeah. If you need to communicate, text message, phone, that's cool. And then slowly
it doubles up as a weapon.
Yeah, you get me.
So
it weighs them down so they don't go as far. Weighs them down so they don't go as far.
You put it in their bag. Gives them good back stability. Exactly. And,
exactly. And then like go from there. But to go or like slowly. What were you gonna say? Give them 2 bricks.
I saw a video the other day, and it reminded me of something that we did that was so stupid back in the day. Remember when you got a 3310 or whatever, Nokia, and you put the like clear case over it to protect it, and you were like, "This is the most stupid thing we ever did." Like a 3310, nothing was happening to that phone, bro. That phone is like the cockroach of technology,
bro. Sensational.
It will survive a nuclear holocaust.
And even with a 3310,
but you're putting a case on it.
Exactly. And even with a 3310, if you dropped it and cracked the case, you could just put a new case on it. You go to the market on the high road. Yeah. Bossman will line you up with some Nike. You have a Gucci phone all of a sudden.
Go. Yeah, you've got Ronaldinho on the back of it.
You've got Ronaldinho on the back of your phone. The front of your phone's Louis Vuitton. You're moving nice, bro.
I do miss that aspect of it because cases now are so boring.
Phone customization used to be such a thing, Kay. Remember, you could customize the case of your phone. You could customize your loading screen of your phone. You could customize your ringtone. Yeah, like your phone was your personality.
Now it's just
bit embarrassing now if I was to hear you have like I don't know, little man as your ringtone.
Yeah, it is weird. Why have we become like that as a society? I think everything's so anti. Yeah. It was I was speaking to a female friend the other day, and she was talking to me about how hard it is for her to meet men in her 30s now. She's she's been single for about a year, and she's just like, men don't approach women anymore.
Is that so?
Yeah, she was like, men don't approach women anymore, and she's like, I want someone to approach me. She's like, men don't approach me in public, and she's a very good looking girl.
Oh, right.
Yeah, but like, yeah, and it's just like everything's just gone online and. people can't do it. And I know there's some guys that will say, yeah, but like that was like women telling us it's harassment when we do approach women in public and stuff. My counter to that is there's a time and a place in it. There's a time and a place. If she's in the middle of doing squats in the gym, don't just...
Wrong time and place.
Don't just go, hey, you know what, make you better. Shut the fuck up, move, whatever. If I always say this, that if a woman really wants to talk to you, they'll give you a sign, man.
And if they don't give you a sign, don't go digging for it, bro.
Yeah.
Don't go digging for it. You get me? I think it's another nuance, Kay, and it sounds like we're just rinsing everyone. Yeah, listen, and let me double down and say I am flawed. Kay's perfect, obviously, but
no, I'm
flawed.
I'm flawed as well. I'm very flawed. Although,
yeah, but there is there is a nuance that we've lost. There's a nuance because you can be in the wrong time and the wrong place, and if you understand the nuance of communication. I've heard lovely romantic stories. I've heard stories where someone's upset someone else, and that's the story of how they got together. Or someone hated someone else, and that's how they got together. Like office stuff, like when they first came in the office, they thought they were a bit rude or whatever like that. And so there are nuances.
Some of you need to be like T-Pain though, bro. Let me buy you a drink.
Let me buy you a drink, yeah. But also, if you buy someone, some guys think if they accept a drink from me,
yeah, but that mentality is wild.
They've accepted a drink from you.
So is that okay? So here's another question I'll pose to you. Is the hard times and the way the economy's set up, has that got something to do with it? Because if I can't afford to buy you a drink...
Can I buy you a soft drink?
Don't know, you're going to spike it.
Well, there you go. So yeah, look, wrong place and wrong time, gym, for example. Right place and right time, I don't know if I want to tell you.
Don't go in the middle of the street as well, though. I've seen people...
Hey, yo, babes!
Yeah, don't do that stuff.
Yo!
You're at a bar, you're at a restaurant...
You look good, you know, babes. Hey, I'm talking to you, you know. Hey, your butters anyway. No, that needs to stay. That needs to live in the past.
I do think, though, the your butters anyway line, I think that's tradition. I think we need to... Look, women can say that to men as well. I think
it's the most clapped chat. I think it's the most clapped retaliation to being rejected ever. I've never said it because it's so funny because it shows the pure whoever says it, the pure weakness in somebody.
Absolutely.
I've seen girls approach guys, and I think the other version of it I've seen is
I've seen girls say it to guys, yeah.
But here's one I've seen more women say to men is like a guy's like said whatever. Oh, you think you're too nice?
Yes,
that's what I've seen.
I've seen that one.
I love it both ways because your butters anyway, and you think you're too nice. For me, is like don't admit defeat. Like that. You've admitted defeat ungraciously. You could be like, you know what? Here's the man version. All right, have a nice day anyway. Enjoy yourself. Or, you know what? Let me just leave you to it.
Do you know what I've had before?
You think you're too nice.
Do you know what I've had before? Where I've asked a girl for a number and she was like, sorry, I've got a man. And I was like, no, man, don't worry. I was like, no worries. Have a great day. Yeah. I've walked off. And then as I walked off, she's like, actually.
Yeah.
They're like,
there you go. There you go.
Because it was like the surprise of you just going, fair enough, lovely, have a great day.
Yeah.
Was like, do you know what? I actually don't.
Yeah, actually, I'm going to cheat on my man for this guy. I'm going to cheat on my man with this guy. That's what she said,
It was,
fuck my man. Yeah.
Actually, there you go. Here's my Instagram instead.
But yeah, no, so yeah, I think there's...
Wow, how many followers? What? No, I'm joking.
Yeah, come on my tour, babes. No, I'm joking.
Those days are behind me.
But yeah, man, there's nuances in conversation and there's no right or wrong, but we need to know what the hard wrongs are first before you try and find nuances. And I think this all feeds into the whole conversation today. And unfortunately, because there's been a lot of online over the years, people don't know how to communicate. I can't lie, when we started integrating again in physical situations and having communications and stuff, communication face to face, it was a bit of an adjustment.
There were those few weeks where you were leaving the house without trousers on, and I was like, Mom, you can't be doing that.
I was like, you haven't got it on. I was like, my mask is on. I was like, my mask is on. What? Do I need to double mask?
Just a mask in place of your boxer shorts. Yeah, they said wear a mask.
Marcus, whatever you do, don't sit down anywhere, bro. Just go home, walk backwards towards your house, okay?
Do you know what? There's a guy that lives near me.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's right, bro, but the other day, because outside his house, you know those blankets? You know the blankets I'm talking about? You know the ones that you can only buy from Asian shops? Mm-hmm.
Describe it a bit more, though, for the listener.
It's like Middle Eastern African households and... like Asian households have these blankets. It's like there'll be a picture of a tiger on it, or it'll be like pictures of flowers on it, but like one side is like really nice and soft.
Yeah.
You know the blankets I'm talking about. Yeah. Brilliant blankets, yeah. This guy just puts these blankets on top of the fence outside his house. Just puts them all on. And then the other day I'm walking the dog, and luckily I was wearing shades, right? He had a hoodie on, Crocs. Nothing.
Like
no, nothing on lower half.
He was feeling the breeze,
bro. And I saw him from
how nothing are we talking? Just so I'm clear,
bro.
Absolutely nothing. Starters
arse out. Bro, he had a hoodie on.
Yeah.
Crocs. Arse out.
Just to add to the imagery of this, was the hoodie zipped up or was it open?
No, it was a hoodie that didn't have a zip.
So no zip.
No zip hoodie. Like a proper. So what was mad was he had the hoodie on, and there was his t-shirt underneath was sticking out a little.
So he had 2 layers up top. It's even funnier.
He was at Donald Duck or something.
Yeah, Winnie the Pooh.
Yeah. But he just, and like I'm looking at it from far because he's like turned, so I'm just seeing arse cheeks out in the wind, bro. I'm just seeing arse cheeks out in the wind, and he's just like fixing the blankets on top of his fence. And like you think like if you were stark naked, you'd see someone and
scupper away.
He's sort of like he's sort of
Kay's got his hands on his hip right now.
He put his hands on his hips. He turned. He looked at my dog from afar, and he just looked back at his blankets and was just like. He done the slowest walk back to his front door, right? And I was like, as I was getting close, I was like, at first I was like, nah, he must have boxer shorts on. Bro. Closer I got, I was like, big man, he's fucking stark naked. Man, his bollocks out. I was like,
sick 'em right.
And part of me, this is where I was like, I need to become a snitch. That is, you need to be on a sex offender register.
Oh yeah, you can call someone for that. I've been near the studio. And
I thought you said I've been. No,
I've been arrested. No, I was near the
lockdown was hard for me.
I've been near the studio, and there was a guy that just had his wang out and was just like walking around.
Luckily, I never saw the wang.
Yeah.
But
I'm so glad Wright didn't because Wright didn't go up and be like, dogs are friendly sometimes, and then he would crouch down and stroke, and then like you'd be walking up towards Wright and he'd be like, Rose, is this your dog? Yeah, what's her name?
Bro, there was one time when I was driving past his house, and he was outside, and as I'm driving past, he done the Usain Bolt celebration.
To who?
To my car.
To your car?
Yeah. You know where he'd like kneel down and go like that? Yeah, like that. And he
okay.
This guy's in his...
He's not feeling very well.
No, he's not.
He needs to at least wear, because that's not cool. You can take it, but you don't want to be visually assaulted by.
Well, the thing is, I was visually assaulted, but also the thing is, I'm a man, and I've seen that, and I've been in many male changing rooms where I know men of that age don't give a shit.
Yeah,
right. Walk out bollock naked, whatever. They're like, what?
Yeah, I'm an
this
old
is
man,
my
whatever.
right. Yeah,
I'm 40 years old. Whatever.
Not 40s, but yeah. But imagine if it was a woman walking by and they saw that, they'd be like...
Exactly.
Anyway, it is what it is. Right, on that note, I think we should...
What a fascinating episode. We have covered a lot of ground
We covered a lot of... I don't know.
We're gonna continue the conversation. If you'd like to join it, it's patreon.com/ain'tgotaclue. We'll put a link in the show description and you can enjoy us over there. Peace.